Hello, my name is Michael Chaffee and I'm co-owner of Earth Dynamics Poolscapes. This presentation is about concrete flatwork and it is designed to provide you information about some of the deeper meanings of successfully graded, formed, placed, poured, and finished concrete flatwork involving swimming pools, patios, driveways, and many other applications. Please take a moment and gather a pen and pad to take a few notes regarding your interest or desires. The deeper layers or elements in achieving a successful outcome when preparing for concrete involves first establishing your specification. These specs should first call out the ready mix load design, which basically means what the concrete mix is going to involve. Most residential concrete flatwork will usually involve a 5 or a 6 sack mix, meaning that the batch plant will add 5 to 6 sacks of cement per cubic yard of ready mix per the order requested. Of course, adding cement will increase the cost for the ready mix as well as other possible additives. The second part of your ready mix specification should involve the possibilities of other additives such as fiber mesh, integral color, a retarder, an accelerant, and so on. The load design of the mix will impact your cost, and most importantly, it will impact the quality and longevity of your finished product. So be aware of what you are actually paying for. Other considerations will involve concrete coloring. This can be accomplished by using an in-load color called integral or a dust-on color called color hardener. In addition to these possibilities, there is also a product called a release agent that comes in a variety of colors, and this becomes an option when stamping the concrete flatwork with a selected style or pattern impression and or texture. The color effects of the release agents are generally subdued in comparison to the base color due to the majority being removed and cleaned after the concrete is cured. Also, there are stains that can be applied after the primary color surface has been completed. Upon concluding your decision regarding the load design mix, your next choice will be to apply the option to select a stamped concrete pattern. You can see in these slides that you have many possibilities to choose from. What is important here is to be aware that in your selections of concrete colors, release agent colors, stamp patterns, and the likes, it is not good to go overboard, whereas the flatwork element of the overall outdoor living environment is dominated or overwhelmed by a busyness of the flatwork theme. The flatwork is a function element facilitating the interconnection between outdoor living zones. Differing colors and textures can be used when appropriate in the design concept, but these contributing factors to the overall scheme will need experienced eyes and skill critique. It is our suggestion that if ambiguity prevails during the process in making your choices, then samples can be produced in order to provide a physical relevance of proposed directions. Cantilevered applications can be utilized at pool edges and along the faces of stair risers. In deciding whether these architectural enhancements become part of your project, may we suggest that you take a few moments and note which styles, if any, during the next 12 slides that may exhibit cantilever forms of your interest. These forms will add cost, of course, based on the lineal footage of intentions, but under some circumstances they can provide the gingerbread or icing on the cake to the overall appeal of the flatwork. If masonry columns or precast products are intended, then possibly one of these styles shown here can provide positive hardscape accent. In preparing concrete for swimming pool decking, several components are involved in getting it right. The form kit must be applied after tile installation and will require additional preparations to the pool's bond beam. A color select water stop material is installed with epoxies and fastener ties. A backing board must be installed in a fashion that makes all form materials readily removable during the mid-period of the concrete pour. The purpose of this is so that the trowel finish can be applied when the concrete is still pliable. In addition to these considerations, the subgrade may need an import Class II compactable fill material and compaction in order to ensure subgrade stability. Additionally, in areas where the subsoils represent an expansive soil texture classification, it is imperative that subsoil moisture is brought up to a saturated state to prevent future lifting. In addition to preparing the subgrade, concrete steel reinforcements may be recommended in order to ensure that the potential for subgrade heaving can't lift the deck higher at a crack line and create a differential in surface elevation together with separation. Other elements of considerations will involve poured-in-place deck accessories such as skimmer lids, deck drain inlets, deck lighting, umbrella sleeves, and other possibilities involving post sleeves and anchoring systems. In making the necessary preparations of a well-placed and finished concrete surface, several installation practices should be followed. The applications of expansion foam or felt should be placed where two paralleling walls may harbor and pinch an area of decking. Additionally, the expansion foam should wrap all pipes that extrude from the concrete surface. And in swimming pools, the waterline tiles should be glazed with a non-stick coating that is easily cleaned in order to minimize any adherence of the concrete to the tile surface. Often requests are made to run these visually apparent lines in a decorative fashion, and as long as the maximum span distances are adhered to, then these approaches can be facilitated in order to accomplish desires. If a particular joint pattern is desired, it is our recommendation at the completion of the forms to paint out on the ground subgrade the preferred desires so that any conflicts in expectation can be discovered and remedied. In that of installing poured-in-place accessories, such as drain inlets, it is very important to reference the future concrete contours, thus gaining assurances that the proper surface pitch and fall being directed into the drain is sufficient to accomplish the objective in removing surface water. In accomplishing a high-quality concrete flatwork appearance, many contributing factors will weigh in as to having relevance. The distribution of work crew manpower is a key element in the maintaining of control over the curing concrete's behaviors. Crew sizes must have a correspondence to the cumulative totals of linear footage distances of cantilever forms, stair risers, turndowns, and flatwork surface square footages. If the finished crew is light-handed and the concrete curing accelerates due to atmospheric conditions, all the preparations previously discussed won't matter. Concrete is a volatile process and weather conditions such as heat, cold, rain, wind, sun exposure, ready-mix additives, ready-mix moisture content, and other factors can all play a role in the manageability of an anticipatable controlling curing time. Experience is to know ahead of time what can be expected, be properly manned to handle the unexpected, and most importantly, having the wherewithal to forecast a likelihood before a crisis occurs. This can be the difference between success and failure when working with concrete flatwork. On behalf of Earth Dynamics Poolscapes, we would like to reflect that through these photo and video images, we convey evidence of having acquired the knowledge for accomplishing success. Having gained the experience for anticipating conflicts, and having acquired the skill set for arresting the opportunities of dissatisfaction. If you are seeking well-planned, high-quality flatwork as part of your outdoor environment, please consider us as a resource for your pursuits. On behalf of the ownership, staff, and crew of Earth Dynamics, thank you for the opportunity to present this concrete presentation.